So I think in my little survival guide, I talked about how computer games are really easy. They start easy and they get harder, and that's what hooks people, and there's lots of rewards. So what we want to do is we want to start tennis easy. Don't actually hit the ball, miss it. So if we start here and we go to feed the ball and we go Joel, he's not going to hit it. He's going to miss it. You ready, Joel? Go on. Like, straight away they're going to hate it, and you're going to be pulling your hair out, going, why didn't you run for that? And it just ends in disaster. So we want to make it really simple. We want to make it where the kids are going to get rewarded and success straight away. Then we get harder. So, first thing we're going to do is, Joel, come over here. When kids understand what's happening, they're smart. They're going to do the right thing. If they don't understand, then it's like, you know, have you ever felt like you're talking to a brick wall with your kids? And that's because they just don't understand. They don't understand, all right? But once they understand, it's pretty easy. So, Joel, what we're going to do is grab a ball. What I get you to do is I want you to throw this ball, get the ball, and I want you in the box. So you're going to have 4 boxes. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. And Joel, what I want you to do is throw the ball into that box over there. Can you do that for me? Okay. Success. Simple success. Well done. Okay? Great job. That's really easy. Okay? Can you, Jamila, come over here. Jamila. Thank you, Joel. That was really good. Thank you. First time he did that, he missed it. No. All right, Jamila, I want you to throw the ball in that box over there for me. Success. Great job. Now we're going to get a little bit harder. So, Jamila, and the other thing is when you're practicing, we don't want to be looking in the sun, so let's all go to the other side of the court. So you might, if it's a complete beginner, start off really close. If you get, and then maybe get back to the service line and see if you can get them to throw the ball under them. So do that for me, Jamila. Throw it in that box over there. Okay, genius. Okay, come back here. So, what's probably a really good idea is have a look at when do they stop throwing the ball over. Because if you want to start off really easy, you don't want to throw the kids straight on the baseline and they can't even get a ball over the net. So start here, Jamila. Throw the ball over the net. See if you get it over. All right. So come back for me. Come back here. Okay. Throw the ball back here. All right. So this is probably a good area that we want to start with Jamila. So Jamila, we're going to get your racket, and let's assume that you've gone through your basic understanding of your technique and everything. So Jamila, we're going to do backhand. Backhands are always a really good starting point because when you're doing your backhand, your shoulders kind of stay sideways and it's a little bit easier than hitting a forehand. When you hit a forehand, you kind of rotate. So it's more later on. So start with a backhand, a little bit easier to hit. Jump face this way for me. Okay, 2 hands on the racket. Okay, racket back towards the back fence. What I want you to do is show me a big swing over your shoulder. Go. Beautiful. What we're going to do, Jamila, is we're going to aim for the ball to get it into that box. It's okay if you miss it, but let's play a game. Let's aim how many we're going to try. We're going to try to get 2 in the box. Okay? So this is where a lot of repetition comes into it. A really good analogy is that we adapt every time. If Jamila's aim is to get it there, when she hits it over there, she wasn't aiming over there. She was aiming here. Give her another ball and it might go over there. And the whole idea is, I'll use this basket as an example. If I'm basketball, you like basketball? Okay, Ryan? Okay, if I throw the ball that way, I'll adjust, throw it that way until I get it, I'll adjust. That was very basic, very simple for me. With Jamila, it might take 20, 30, 40 goes. So be patient. And again, if it's taking more than 20, 30 goes, get closer, start simple, get harder. All right, so Jamila, hold the racket back. Okay, the other thing is in the little survival guide, don't stand here and feed a ball to your kid unless you want to end up in hospital. Okay, stand out of the way and we're going to drop it. You ready, Jamila? Okay, there's a couple of things, advanced things I'm going to teach the parents right now. So here we go. So take a swing. Great effort. Good job. Here we go. Do it again for me. Go. Give him a high five. Jamila, you're a natural. Hey, I needed to get a beginner. I thought, no, I had professionals here. Okay, go again. Hey. How many were we aiming for? Too easy for you. Let's take a step back. So we're going to get harder and harder. It's really progression. And you want to, I think in the little survival's guide, I said, you know, lots of high fives, lots of smiles, a lot of well done. Okay, here we go. Ready? Go. Excellent. Now I'm really glad Jamila did that and missed it, because the number one reason why we miss a ball when we go to hit it is we take our eyes off the ball. So when we go to hit, we stop looking at it and we lift our head up and we take our eyes off it. So there's a little technique, a little thing you can do to help them keep their eyes, and it's called association. So this is very basic, but it's a really good thing to understand. So hold the racket back for me, Jamila. Okay, think of an animal for me. Think of an animal. Now tell me the animal. A what? A meerkat, all right? So what I want you to do, can I hold the racket like this? When the ball hits the strings, I want you to say meerkat. All right, good. So all Jamila did was she associated saying meerkat with the ball hitting the racket. For that to happen, she's got to really watch it. So watch Jamila's eyes. Even if she misses it, it doesn't matter. What matters is that is she tracking longer? Is she keeping her eyes there longer, or is she doing this before she hits it? So watch Jamila. So Jamila, I want to say meerkat as you go to hit it. Go. Good. Here we go. Do it again. Keep saying meerkat. Go. Good girl. A couple more. Go. Did you say meerkat? Did you see her eyes go off the ball? Okay. And she didn't say meerkat. So here we go. Say think of another animal. Now tell me the animal. A horse. Okay, here we go. Say horse when you hit the ball. Go. Good. Do it again. Do it again. Watch her eyes. Watch Jamila's eyes. You see her eyes, how she tracks longer? And that's called association. Ryan, what do pros do? Professional tennis players don't say meerkat or horse. What do pros do to help with their tracking? Grunt. They grunt. But you don't want to get kids to grunt. Because grunting is about explosive power, explosive movement. Jamila's not explosively moving right now. So if you want to go from treating the kids like kids and treating them a little bit more like superstar tennis players, get them to breathe out. It's the same association. Get them to go. So that's if they get over the animal thing. All right. So can you go like this for me? Can you go? Can you go? Watch this. Go. All right. Can you go? Blow the candle out on a cake. That's it. So when you go to hit it, I want you to, as you hit the ball. So that's more of an advancing. Roger Federer breathes out. He doesn't grunt until he's got break point. Watch Roger Federer. Everyone knows Roger Federer, right? Watch Roger Federer. He doesn't grunt until there's break point or there's game point. He'll step up and be more explosive on those points. But he breathes out. You watch the slow motion videos of him going as he hits it. All right. So here we go. Blow out as you hit the ball. So did you watch Jamila's eyes? Watch how she's watching the ball longer. Go, blow it out. Good girl. Do a couple more. Here we go. Blow it out as you hit it. All right, very good. So then it comes back to our balancing. So if you watch Jamila, she's hitting and she's kind of bringing her feet like this. So Jamila, go like this, feet apart. Your job is hit the ball and keep your feet apart all the time. Can you do it for me? All right, last two. Here we go. Breathe it out. Okay, feet apart. Don't bring your feet together. Last one, Jamila. All right, so maybe go back to animals or counting or something like that. Can you count number one as you hit the ball for me? Here we go. Let's get it in, and then we'll do something else. Go. Okay, count number one as you hit it. Go.
Come on. One.
All right, well done. Okay, so we don't want to spend more than a couple of minutes doing the same thing. Get success, move on. All right, so high five. Okay, really good. So you want to try forehands? Watch the ball. Awesome. All right, how many do you want to get in that box? Get the kids to pick the target, like how many they want to get. When they say they want to get 120, talk them out of that and just say, let's go for 2 or 3. All right, so rack it up. How many do you want to get in the box? 3? All right, go. So once you're satisfied with the good technique and balance, then, you know, do something that I'm not very good at and be quiet, you know, just throw the balls and let them hit it. Okay, Jamila, when you hit it, don't do this, okay? You want to hit and keep the feet apart. Here we go, go. Good, do that again, count for me, go, count. All right, next one, number 2. Number 3. Keep going, say 3 again until we get it in. 3. I'll pay that, that's awesome. All right, let's get someone else. Ryan, thank you, Jamila. So let's get someone a little bit more advanced like Ryan. And what you might do is you might use your cones. You might use your cones to do it. So Ryan, again, we'll start off on the service line for you. With Ryan, he's going to be a little bit more advanced. So let's say he's already passed all that. So Ryan, what I'm going to do is stand on the baseline. Okay, stand in the middle or behind the baseline. Okay, getting on your toes. Okay, you're going to run over, hit the ball and recover back. Actually, make it a little bit more movement. So you're going to come around, hit it, come back, come in front of the cone, and then come and hit the next one. And we'll get, we'll keep going until we get 1 in there. Okay, all right, on your toes. Here we go, non-stop movement, go. Okay, too short, you're going to go in front. So patterns are really important when learning tennis. You want to create patterns. So with Ryan, we wanted to come out, hit it, go around, come back. And we wanted to do that over and over and over with the same pattern. Okay, we don't want to be all over the place. So on your toes, Ryan. Okay, here we go, go. Breathe, don't move, don't move, don't move. Yep, good, keep going around. Okay, next one, go. Keep going. Doing good, keep going until we get 1 in. Got it, nailed it. Okay, well done. Smashed it. Riley, come over, you can have a go as well. I know you want to have a go. Go on to backhands, and then we'll look at our warm down game, and then we'll finish for today. Okay, here we go. On your toes, go. 1. Okay, breathe it out as you hit it. Go. Freeze after you hit it for me. Freeze, don't move, don't move. Okay, good boy, relax. Okay, put your feet down. Okay, recover in front of the cone, take your time. Our swing zone is generally around here, so we want to throw the ball about that height. So go again, Riley, about that height. So if you have a look where he's hitting it around hip height, nice and easy. You want to make it harder, judging the distance of the ball, so I might stand here now. Go, Riley, and again you want to throw it so it goes around this height. Start off in. Okay, here we go. Cover. Okay, get 1 in and then I'll go on the other side. Okay. Go. Alright, great job. Alright, I'm going to get all the parents to come down here. They're going to show you how to feed a ball. Okay, it's probably the #1 frustration that parents have. Alright, so Riley comes down on the service line. So if you're going to feed, maybe start, you know how we did the hands feed? Maybe start up there and hold the racket and the ball, and what you're doing is you're just trying to mimic the same movement as what you did. You don't want big swings for you guys, you just want little simple bump and hit. So we'll get Riley to try to hit a ball. So I'm going to, in the box, I'm going to try to bump the ball. So this is really important. If you did Mladen, you've done this. Okay, you ready? Okay, go. Okay. You've done that. I've seen you know, feed the ball, and it takes a bit of practice. Explain to your kids beforehand, I'm really sorry, I'm not that great, but I'm gonna practice and get better. Let them know that, you know.
Coming to feeding the balls, continental grip is the one you want to go for, and
grip #1.
Yeah, grip #1.
Yep.
So if we're looking at that, and also not trying to hold it right down the bottom of the racket, because you're going to be like you're doing that same movement over and over again. If you hold the racket up higher on that grip, it's going to take less strain off your wrist and off your hands. So when you're hitting here, like in feeding balls, if I feed a ball to Riley now, I've actually got more control over that racket. Whereas if I was to hold it down lower, it over time it starts putting strain on the wrist, and it becomes a bit more difficult to control as well. That's
Keep going. Doing great.
Then another thing, if we had some drop down markers.
Yep.
Because obviously cones, if you wouldn't want to put them up near the kids and whatnot. If you were to add, if you want to say,
And you're aiming for the, is that what?
correct?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
correct.
so we have these flat markers. You wouldn't put this, it'll hit and roll off. So you might put the marker there, and it gives you something to aim for. Good thinking, John. This is why you're doing it, not me.
No, it's just something small because as well as the kids like learning that sort of stuff, like their sort of technique and all that sort of stuff that they've learned at their lessons. Like when you, well, obviously we're doing this because we want to help you guys out as well. Eventually you get better at doing it. Like you'll be able to hit that target many times. You won't even have to have it there. That's
I reckon we get someone to, a parent, teach them. Who's the worst feeder of a ball here? Who's terrible? Good, you're the one. Come over. You're the person that we need. You're the one. That's all right. You don't know, this is perfect. So go over to Joel. Joel's going to show you how to feed a ball.
So you're right-handed?
Yeah, right.
Alright. So we're looking at that triple now. If you put those strings between. That's it. Yeah, exactly right. So you want these strings pointing toward the target. Watch your will take the ball. Nice little mark.
So I drop it down first?
You know, you want to try to hit that out of the air. So when I'm doing that, sort of, like, you don't really see it because coaches like dropping the ball and feeding it anymore. You want to try and hit it out of the air. It's like just a nice little bump, okay, on that racket.
Aiming at that way?
Yeah, that's it. And just make sure the strings are pointing up a bit more. That's it. Yeah, and that's just going from there. Just trying to aim for that. Well, probably don't hit those balls low.
Okay.
And again, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Just a nice little bump. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Easy. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And maybe just follow your racket through to that little green cone because that's what you're aiming for. You don't need a big swing for it, but you need a follow through. So Joel can explain the follow through. Yeah. Maybe if you struggle hitting the ball, maybe use your association as well. Maybe use your breathing as you hit it just to help you. Oh, did you breathe out then? All right. Hey. Let me get out of the way so I don't get hit. So maybe what Sylvia might do is she might start off feeding the balls on the underarm because Ryan will lose his mind with Sylvia feeding balls like that. But until Sylvia gets confident enough to keep that ball at the right height, nice and comfortable. I think that's a really important thing.